Shalom, welcome to 2 Minutes of Torah. This year is the beginning of a new mini-series on Kashrut called Eating Out. Question that everyone faces: invited to eat to someone else's house, or invited by the boss to go to a restaurant, to a place where it's not the standards that he is normally used to. Invited to a friend's house, whereas they eat certain Halacahot that you don't eat. So is there an idea that, when I eat out, I can eat this way? I could, so to speak, lower my standards. No, chas v'shalom. If you don't eat by it, you don't eat, and that's it. You don't hold by it. So this is not openly discussed in the Shulchan Aruch. With all the cases that we have today, a person does not eat heter mechira, eating by someone who eats heter mechira. Person does not eat halav akum, he eats by someone who serves halav akum. A person that eats only halak meat can eat by someone who does not eat halak meat. A person doesn't eat gelatin can eat by someone who eats gelatin. These cases are certainly not all brought in the Shulchan Aruch, but we have some glimpses here and there throughout the Shulchan Aruch. We'll look at one case now, and Mitzvah Hashem will continue in the future portions of the series. So one case in the Shulchan Aruch is in the beginning of Yoreh Daiah Bet, Kuf Yud Bet, where it talks about bread. You have pat akum, a person only eats bread made by Jewish people, but he's going to a friend who eats pat akum. Pat akum means bread that was made by Goyim. The Kashruth, there's no question about that, but it was not baked by Jews at all. They weren't involved. So how could anyone eat such bread? So the Yoreh writes that there are those who maintain that the Isser of having bread made by a guy, assuming there's no Kashrut issues, that there's proper supervision, and one knows what's going on regarding the ingredients, the issue made by bread made by Goyim is if he makes it in his house, and then it's a social environment that he has in his house, you eat at his house, and then before we know it, the children become friendly with each other, into marriage, chas v'shalom. So if a guy makes the bread outside his house in a factory, that would be mutar. So the question is, I normally eat only pat Yisrael, and he's inviting me over, and I know he's going to be serving me pat akum. So there, the Shulchan Aruch writes, I can eat by him the pat akum, which I normally don't eat. And why? Because if I don't, it could create eva and ill will. He get angry at me. Oh, you're so religious, you're so frog, you don't care about whatever it could lead to. So that is an example where I could, so to speak, lower my standards in order to be at a friend's house. Where does this example lead us to? And we're going to explore in the next year. Shalom.